Big Tech really made a miscalculation in January this year. They thought Donald Trump was a man they could bully. But let's be fair, Donald Trump is the bully. Ask America's enemies, ask Iran, ask China, ask Pakistan. Hell, ask even Russia. They will all vouch by their soul that Donald Trump bullied them and made life miserable for them. Ask Xi Jinping what Trump did to him. The man still can't get a peaceful sleep at night. But Big Tech, the billionaires running them, they thought they were stronger than Trump. That's where they slipped. And now, Trump is regularly reminding these half-wits who the boss is. Hi and welcome. This is TFI Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I am your host Sanbir Ranhotra, and in this video I will tell you how, though it isn't 2024 yet, Trump's war on Big Tech has already started. Let's begin. Former President Donald Trump is readying himself. He wants to run for president again, and that will not be a pleasant exercise unless he reins in Big Tech, which has shown a ludicrous amount of bias towards him by trampling his democratic rights to free speech and expression, leading to his deplatforming by the likes of Twitter and Facebook in January this year. Now, Donald Trump is going full throttle to extract his pound of flesh, and Big Tech has been slapped in the face with a fresh lawsuit in which the former president has made some very pertinent arguments. Donald Trump on Friday filed a complaint in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Florida. In his complaint, Trump asked the court to direct Twitter to temporarily restore his account while he pushes forward with efforts towards permanent reinstatement. Trump argued that the platform that served as his main megaphone for reaching his millions of conservative followers was coerced into suspending him by members of the US Congress. Twitter, the filing argues, exercises a degree of power and control over political discourse in this country that is immeasurable, historically unprecedented, and profoundly dangerous to open democratic debate. Much to Big Tech's dismay, Trump seized the opportunity to expose the likes of Twitter for their duplicitous hypocrisy. Donald Trump argued in his filing that Twitter had allowed the Taliban to tweet regularly but censored him. The suit notes that the Taliban, in power in Afghanistan now and still considered a terrorist organization by the United States, is allowed to have a Twitter account. Despite the fact that the Taliban's Twitter account came up during its invasion of Afghanistan when it was waging military conquests in one province after the other, the microblogging site failed to act against it and continues to allow the terror organization to operate on the social media platform freely. Banning Trump but not the Taliban amounts to ludicrous incongruity on the part of Twitter, the suit alleges. Donald Trump is planning to come back to the White House in 2024, and his primary agenda is clear. The biggest threat facing America, or dare we say global freedom, is undoubtedly Big Tech and left-leaning social media companies like Facebook and Twitter. A few months ago, Nigeria deleted Twitter indefinitely after the left-leaning microblogging platform decided to mess with the African nation's president. Twitter is now banned in Nigeria. In a move that laid out Trump's future plans for Big Tech, he lauded Nigeria and said, "Congratulations to the country of Nigeria, who just banned Twitter because they banned their president. More countries should ban Twitter and Facebook for not allowing free and open speech. All voices should be heard." The former president's attack on Twitter didn't just end there. In fact, he made his future intentions very clear, as he said, "In the meantime, competitors will emerge and take hold. Who are they to dictate good and evil if they themselves are evil? Perhaps I should have done it while I was president. But Zuckerberg kept calling me and coming to the White House for dinner, telling me how great I was." A Trump administration 2.0 after 2024 would really ring the death knell of Big Tech companies and their ambitions of global digital colonialism. Needless to say, Trump hardly has any fondness for such hegemons, and he will come cracking down hard on the likes of Twitter and Facebook for their brazen practices, which most often result in the silencing of conservative voices and opinions. Make no mistake, the banning of Donald Trump after the January 6th Capitol riot was a mere ruse. The mainstream media in the USA has been a lapdog of the Democratic Party for a while. Propounding progressive ideals, the mainstream media has been censoring the conservative for a long time. Big Tech's final blow came in January when it decided to counter Trump, the biggest opposition against Democrats. What Facebook, Google, and Twitter did was nothing short of a full blown campaign to silence the voice of a sitting American president. Trump is keen to get back on big tech and make their lives miserable.